This video I'm going to install new teeth and use a NorthStar 160cc stump grinder offered by Northern Tool and Equipment. So the first thing I'll do to install the teeth is pull out the big Allen wrench that I have zip tied to the crossbar. Then I'm going to insert the new teeth, making sure they're facing the direction of the cut, and I will also spin the wheel to make sure I don't have them sticking out too far. I like to stick a round pry bar into one of the holes on the wheel to prevent it from spinning while I'm tightening up or loosening the bolts that hold the teeth in place. Before installing the next set of teeth, I'll look at how far I have the first set in so I can match that before tightening up the bolts. So I insert the new teeth, put the round pry bar through a bottom hole in the wheel, then I tighten up both of the bolts with the large Allen wrench. Then I check the teeth and realize one moved on me, so it's sticking out further than the other, so I move the pry bar to a top hole so I can loosen the bolts up to make them even again. And this time when I tighten up the bolts, I keep my finger on the loose tooth so it doesn't slide down on me. Then I hold the Allen wrench in place against the guard where it hits the first set of teeth and spin the wheel around to the next set to make sure that I have all four teeth sticking out the same amount. Now I can put the wrench back in the zip ties and start the motor, so I do that by turning the fuel on, applying the choke, and checking to make sure nothing is preventing the throttle from working right. Then I will hold down the presence bar and pull the starter cord until the engine starts up. Now I'll hold the throttle lever for a couple seconds, turn the choke off, and then keep holding the throttle lever down until it sounds like the engine is warmed up. And I'll just let go of the operator presence bar to turn the stump grinder off. Now I'll move it close to the stump that I want to grind down before starting it back up again. Then I'll hold down the throttle all the way until the wheel is spinning at full speed and slowly work my way towards the stump until it starts chipping away at it. If you're wondering why the stump looks wet around it, it's because I like to soak my stumps in brine for about a week to dry them out, which makes it a lot easier to grind them down. And I make my own brine by just letting some water softener salt dissolve all the way in water, so I can just pour it on the stumps for several days. I like to start from the side and work my way in until I can get to most of the top, and then go back and forth until the stump is ground all the way down. If you pull back on the brake lever, it will lock one wheel, so you can pivot on it to make it easier to go back and forth. So that's how I prefer to do it. I just work my way down from the top, going back and forth with the wheel brake on until most of the stump sticking out of the ground is gone. Then I'll take the brake off and slowly work my way back over all the roots, grinding down as much as I can until I'm comfortable with the depth.
Hopefully this video has helped, and feel free to ask any questions that you still may have in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more quick and on-point videos.